On the news tonight, Governor Soludo calls for strategic collaboration among stakeholders to reposition Anambra State. Anambra State Power Committee reconstituted. Nigeria to strengthen bilateral relations with United Arab Emirates. Israeli missiles killed 3 people near Syrian capital Damascus. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good evening. Welcome to the news. My name is Maureen Stone Enugu. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has called for strategic collaborative efforts to enthrone a livable and prosperous Anambra State. Governor Soludo was speaking when the senator representing Anambra Central Senatorial District at the National Assembly, Dr. Uche Ekwunife, paid him a courtesy call at the Government House, Oka. Government House correspondent Ejika Bana reports.
Governor Soludo said that strategic and special partnerships with the federal government, the international community, non-governmental organizations, captains of industry and the citizenry are needed to move Anambra State forward. While calling on those representing the state at the National Assembly to bring back their best to the state as the 2023 budget cycle draw near, Governor Soludo stressed that as the election approaches, sterling quality representation is needed to maximize and leverage on the positive potential of Anambra. The governor describes Senator Ekwunife as an Amazon who has always shown solidarity and support in several ways as a true daughter of the state.
People need to move around, and that's part of the whole big agenda of building a livable and prosperous homeland. Yes. People must be able to move from point A to point B. Even next year, we will able to get even much more bullish 2023 with the infrastructure development. Because we cannot wait. Our people cannot wait. For all of this to happen, we need collaboration again and talk about special partnerships.
Earlier, Senator Ekwunife noted that the visit was to congratulate the governor on his victory in the last governorship election, stating the readiness of Anambra Central to partner with him to ensure the delivery of democracy dividends to Anambra.
Mr. Governor, I want to assure you that Anambra Central is determined to partner with you to ensure that our state, especially Anambra Central, to partner with you to ensure maximum dividend of democracy for our people. And as a senator representing them, I have not found wanting in the areas of my representation in terms of giving jobs to the youth, in terms of attracting infrastructural development and consistency, in terms of empowerment of our women and youth.
The Speaker of the Anambra State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Uche Okafor, Chief of Staff to the Governor, Mr. Ernest Ezeajoye, Secretary to the State Government, Professor Solochukwu Lobelo, among others, received Senator Ekwunife and entourage. Senator Ekwunife was accompanied by some stakeholders from Anambra Central Senatorial District, including traditional rulers and presidents general, among others. From the Governor's Lodge, Amobia, Ejike Abana, ABS News.
The Anambra State Power Committee has been reconstituted. Governor Chukwuma Soludo, who performed his ceremony at the Government House, Oka, charged members of the committee to be responsive to the task ahead in ensuring that all urban areas in the state have adequate power supply. The committee has Mr. Chike Okonkwo as chairman and Senwabu Fuwankwo as secretary. Chibuike was there and now reports.
Other members of the committee include Commissioner for Power and Water Resources, Mr. Julius Chukwuemeka, Mr. Geoffrey Nwokoye, Dr. Chukwueloka Ume, Mr. Vincent Obiora, Mr. George Chatula, Nze Akachukwu Nwamkpo, Mr. Ugochukwu Ifediora, and Chief Titus Akpudu. The committee's terms of reference include conducting power flow and demand-focused studies to ascertain the adequacy of the current supply in the state, determine the optimal siting of power infrastructure, to mitigate the identified adequacies and support future load growth, and liaise with Enugu Electricity Distribution Company to recommend short and medium-term implementable solutions to achieve adequate supply, among others. Inaugurating the committee, Professor Soludo, who spoke through the secretary to the state government, Professor Solochukwu Lubelu, described the committee as an important aspect of the vision of the present administration, asking the members to review the work done by previous committee in the past administration with a view of achieving optimal results in solving all bottlenecks in the power sector. Governor Soludo, while congratulating members of the committee, noted that they were carefully selected because of the huge responsibilities the state entrusted them with, and expressed the hope that with the terms of reference, Anambra and investors will in no distant time experience a turnaround in the power sector.
This board is almost a continuation of the previous board, and the new chairman, or the chairman and later co-chairman. So it will be useful to start your work by reviewing where you stopped, where the committee stopped.
The Commissioner for Power and Water Resources, Mr. Chukwuemeka, in his remarks, pointed out that the committee will equally look out for estimated billing and prepaid meters, among others, to ensure that Anambra State meets with the target of asking Anambra to come home and invest.
Part of what we plan to do is that already there has been an established baseline, and the state government wants to make power distribution generation in the state first, and power generation in the state. We want to make it very competitive, so that especially now that the state has the power to generate its own power, for the people. So we want to make it competitive. Yeah, very soon you begin to see people taking up some clusters, because we understand that without power, industries will not thrive.
Responding, the chairman of the committee, Mr. Chike Okonkwo, an engineer who thanked the governor for the call to serve, summarized their work as to provide adequate power supply to communities.
Because what we have done, we've laid the foundation of the previous administration. There's a continuity here, and we have the right membership in the constitution of the team. The synopsis of our mandate is to provide 24/7 power supply.
In Awka, Chibuike, ABS News.
Anambra State Commissioner for Information, Sir Paul Musu, says the Anambra Broadcasting Service Film Village is in tandem with the state government's dream of making Anambra an entertainment hub. Sir Paul stated this during a familiarization visit to ABS corporate headquarters in Awka. The report.
The Information Commissioner, who was accompanied to the visit by the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, Barrister Chibuike, and other top officials, was conducted around the ABS premises by the Acting Managing Director of ABS, Mr. Gabe Obaleze. Mr. Nwosu said he was impressed with the ABS Film Village, and the Ministry will do whatever it's needed to do to attract the right market for the facility. He affirmed that there are many potentials in ABS and called on them to repackage, rebrand, and relaunch, and as well develop new programs in order to continue to have an edge over their competitors.
Going into the film village, it immediately reminded me of those days when we were kids. When my village was filled with mud houses with thatched roofs. For what I have seen there, I think a lot of investment has gone into the place. Coming here to see for myself, in fact, I am thrilled. I am impressed because I see it as a product. If we attract the right kind of market to this place, I can imagine this place growing beyond the grounds of ABS.
In his remarks, the acting MD, ABS, Mr. Obaleze, mentioned that the greatest challenge to the broadcast station is the high cost of diesel used in running the station. Mr. Obaleze explained that the station is tackling other challenges head-on as they surface, noting that ABS is on top of the situation to give the state government the disruptive change it is craving for.
Our greatest challenge as of now is the issue of diesel consumption. This is Nigeria, that to the extent that you find that we spend 10 to 12 million naira on diesel alone in a month. Our other problems are the ones that we're already looking into. We're taking the challenges in great strides as they come.
In a vote of thanks, the Southeast Vice President of Radio, Television, Theatre and Art Workers Union, Prince Emeka Kalu of the Programs Department of ABS, said this is the first time one of their own is becoming a commissioner for information and appreciated him and his entourage for the visit. All members of management and staff of ABS were fully on ground during the visit. Queen Anibogo, ABS News.
A non-governmental organization, Mba Empowerment Foundation, has been officially inaugurated in Oka. Mba Empowerment Foundation, with primary goal to keep youths off the street through skill acquisition programs, is open to all Igbo-speaking communities across Nigeria. Let's join our correspondent, Ebeleze, for details.
Mba Empowerment Foundation, which has different skills acquisition programs and other extracurricular activities, also provides startup packs for participants on graduation. In his remark during the inauguration, the Director General, Mba Empowerment Foundation, Comrade Uzo Ekemeze, who described the empowerment as his brainchild, said it is aimed at fashioning out ways of engaging the youth meaningfully for them to impact on the society positively. Comrade Ekemeze, while noting that they also aim to promote Igbo cultural norms and values, called on government at all levels to partner those that have interest in developing the society through youth's empowerment. While blaming the spate of insecurity bedeviling the Nigerian nation today on cumulative failure of leadership over the years, Comrade Ekemeze appealed to the federal government to invest more in education and save the future of youths.
Mba Empowerment Foundation is non-governmental organization to promote the cultural heritage and the identity of Igbo nationality. If you go to rivers, you have Igbere. You go to Kogi, you have all these places in Benua. So any place that there is Igbo-speaking nationality, Mba covers this particular area.
Also speaking, the Director of Programs of the Foundation, Mr. John Ndodo, who disclosed that the Empowerment Program will last for 8 days, noted that they kicked off with a 2-day mental psychological training before the basic skills acquisition that is valuable to the society. Mr. Ndodo noted that the grand finale will take place on June 22 with the exhibition of products from the intensive 8 days basic practicals.
Mba Empowerment Foundation is about skills acquisition and empowerment. So for the past 2 days we've been having orientation programs because we believe that the candidates first and foremost have to be enlightened in the mind before we go into skills, physical skills. So our programs go from mental psychological training to physical skills which are valuable to society. And it's going to take close to 2 weeks, and we'll have the grand finale on the 25th of June, where we will exhibit what we've been able to produce from this foundation.
Earlier in their separate lectures titled Effects of Moral Decadence on Productivity and the Importance of Skills Acquisition, a resource person from the University of Nigeria and Nsukka, Dr. Geoffrey Nganwuchu and Mr. Dennis Ekemeze, respectively, are used to always engage themselves positively, shun indecent dressing, bad gangs, and acts that are capable of marring their future. Some of the participants, including Ms. Chidima Aniehubi from Abuja and Mr. Onyeka Nwabeze from Obaru Council area, appealed to those that drag youth integrity to the mud to disease and utilize opportunities like this to learn a skill and be useful to themselves, their families, and society at large.
what I have for every youth outside there is come out from your shell. Be yourself. Get a skill. It will help you more in the nearest future than allowing peer pressure to influence you and taking you out of what you are supposed to learn that will help you to help others in society.
Mba Empowerment Foundation maiden edition climaxed with question and answer session. Mba Empowerment Foundation is a non-governmental organization committed to keeping the youths off the street through acquisition of skills. In Oka, Ebele Eze, ABS News.
According to the Bible, there is time to sow and a time to reap. However, Mr. Bartholomew Akwewulu, after suffering to sow, it seems his time to reap is now getting distant. Mr. Akwewulu, a 75-year-old businessman from Uhobo village, Okija, Ihiala Council area of the state, had during his youthful days built comfortable apartments to retire to with his family. But that dream was quashed when fire gutted the house on March 7, 2022. Correspondent Chibuike has the details.
Narrating his ordeal, Mr. Akwewulu, a father of 8, said he received the shock of his life when the only building housing his family was burnt to ashes by fire as a result of mixed kerosene. According to him, after his journey as a businessman in Abia ended, he came home with his family and ventured into farming, but regretted the impact of the fire incident as they had been forced to the streets begging for alms. He noted that after the ugly incident, he was able to sell all his valuable property to commence the foundation of another structure, but the money from the property stopped at the window level, and pleaded with the state governments and well-meaning individuals in the state to assist him to have a roof over his head and that of his family.
Afambo Bat Akwewulu, onye ugbo Okija, in the local government, Anambra State. Biko ọkụ gbara be m ebe na March 7, 2021. Nga ka m na-ala. Foundation ka m megburu na kemgbe oge ahụ. Mana nwezi ha ihe na-eme. Ka m ji wee na-ayọ gọọmenti na ndị Chineke gọziri. Agbatara m ọsọ enyemaka na mmiri na-amagbu m ebe a. And no one to
For his 15-year-old daughter, Miss Chinaza Akwewulu, her dream and that of her siblings to continue their education has been put on hold as they all struggle to feed and sleep in the little shanty house, which used to be their kitchen. She said that it breaks her heart to see her father cry helplessly and asked for assistance, no matter how little, from the general public.
Chinaza Akwewulu. Kedu ebe unu na-adalụsị nsi ọkụ a si wee gba?
To assist Mr. Bartholomew Akwewulu, kindly reach out to him on 07060947465 from Okija in Ihiala local government area. Chibuike, ABS News.
Still to come on the news, Nigeria to strengthen bilateral relations with United Arab Emirates. Israeli missiles killed 3 people near Syrian capital Damascus. And here is a special message. Indian Anambra cannot allow criminal elements to hold the state and the people to ransom. Donate generously to the Anambra State Security Trust Fund, which has been set up to raise money for combating insecurity in the state. We'll be back. Stay tuned.
Traveling? You deserve the absolute best. Enjoy maximum comfort in our new buses with more legroom, reclinable seats, onboard entertainment, and much more. Pick your preferred seat. Choose your preferred schedule. Travel on your terms. Ready for a premium ride driven by the best captains out there? Book now.
Glad to have you back. President Muhammadu Buhari has expressed his determination to do more to ensure the growth and intensification of the strategic partnership between Nigeria and the United Arab Emirates. According to a statement by the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, Buhari said this during an interaction with Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the new ruler of Abu Dhabi and President of the United Arab Emirates in Abuja. Buhari expressed the hope that under Sheikh Mohammed, the two countries will continue to actively champion a vision of sustainable security, strengthen counter-terrorism cooperation, facilitate trade and investment, and promote prosperity and development. Air Vietnam, a woven-producing company, has visited the Nigerian Red Cross Society Motherless Babies Home, Onitsha, to show them love in the spirit of the 2022 Children's Day. Staff reporter Emegina Sadebe reports.
Hair Vietnam Company, makers of various types of human hair weave-ons and wigs, such as bone straight, coily hair, ombre color, bobby wavy, among others, has been in existence for the past 8 years with so many branches in Vietnam and other African countries, including Nigeria. Speaking during the presentation of gift items to the children of the Red Cross Society Motherless Babies Home, the representative of the company in Nigeria, Mr. Gideon Nnaderenwa, disclosed that the company's boss, Mr. Davis, had decided to uplift the spirit of these children at the forthcoming Children's Day celebration to make it memorable for them, adding that the company is also using the opportunity to extend its social responsibility and appreciate its Nigerian customers for their patronage.
Well, we are here today to show love. As you can see, the company, Hair Vietnam, owned by Mr. Dave, has been existent in Vietnam for the past 8 years, and they have a lot of customers, and Nigeria is their big market. So for them to show appreciation, come and visit the orphanage home for the forthcoming Children's Day, May 27.
On her part, another representative of Hair Vietnam, Ms. Gift Oreke, who enumerated various human hair being produced by the company, appreciated her boss for remembering the less privileged at this year's Children's Day celebration, saying that it is one of their corporate responsibility to extend their hands of fellowship to the children, thanking all their customers in Nigeria, Anambra and Onitsha for their patronage.
Hair Vietnam, more or less, is showing appreciation, using this medium to show appreciation for Nigerians, patronizing them, and for that reason, they decided to visit the motherless baby home.
Receiving the gift items worth thousands of naira, the chief nurse of the home, Mrs. Bridget Ajenu, appreciated the kindful disposition of the company's boss and prayed God to bless and replenish their pockets.
Management, Nigerian Red Cross Motherless Children's Home, Onitsha branch. We welcome you and we appreciate you. And we pray that the Almighty God, whom you respect today, will respect you. In the name of Jesus Christ.
Some of the children, including Miss Favor and Chisom, thanked Hair Vietnam for their support and prayed for the good of the company. High point of the visitation was presentation of a plaque to the representative of Hair Vietnam by the chief nurse of the home, Mrs. Ajenu.
Israeli surface-to-surface missiles have killed 3 people near the Syrian capital, Damascus. State media reported the missiles came from the Israeli-occupied Golan Heights, and some were intercepted by the Syrian air defenses, an unnamed military sources said. The Syrian Observatory for Human Rights War Monitor said the 3 people killed were military officers and 4 other members of an air defense crew were wounded. The Israeli military has defended the military operations as necessary to prevent its arc-4 Iran from gaining a foothold on its doorstep. The conflict in Syria has killed nearly 500,000 people and forced about half of the country's pre-war population from their homes. Sports. The Minister of Youth and Sports Development, Mr. Sunday Dare, will host members of the victorious Flying Eagles squad to the WAFU Under-20 tournament and the all-conquering Scrabble team to the West African Championships in Abuja on Monday. The Flying Eagles beat Benin 3-1 in Friday's final of the Waffle tournament in Niamey, Republic of Niger, while the country's Scrabble team swept the stakes at the West African Championships in Accra, Ghana. The minister spoke to both teams immediately after their resounding successes in Niamey and Accra, commending them for doing the nation proud. He, however, charged them to stay committed to the greater goal, which is qualifying for the FIFA Under-20 World Cup in 2023. Remember, you can follow news and programs on ABS from many parts of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television and follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. Log on to our website www.absradiotv.com. And now a recap of the main points before we go. Governor Soludo has called for strategic collaboration among stakeholders to reposition Anambra State. Anambra State Power Committee has been reconstituted. And here is a special message before we go. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that does it on the news tonight. Thank you so very much for watching. My name is Maureen Stone Enugu. Kachifo.